Hey guys, in this video I will explain the Linux file system in the simplest possible way. At its core, a storage device is just a series of memory blocks with the capacity to store raw data. That's it. It has no concept of files or directories. It doesn't understand where one file ends and where another begins. So, if you want to access the data stored on this device, how would you do it? By file name? Nope, the device doesn't even understand what a file is. This type of bare storage device isn't very helpful, is it? Even though it has all the capacity to store data, you can't really use it in a practical way. Real-world data is organized into files and directories in a hierarchical structure. To impose this structure on a storage device, we use a file system. A file system is a kind of software that resides on the storage device, transforming it into a hierarchical data structure. It acts as a bridge between operating system and the storage device. In practice, you create multiple partitions on a storage device and format each partitions with a file system of your choice. Each partition then acts as its own independent storage device. So, what happens when you have a file system? Let's say that you create a file. The file system jumps into action. First, it looks for a free space on the partition. Once it finds a spot, it writes your file data there. The file system also creates metadata. Think of this as information about your file. Things like the file ownership, when was it created, who has the permission to access it, and also the pointers to the actual data block on the disk. The file system keeps this metadata separately from the actual file data. So when you search for that same file later, the file system uses this metadata to locate where your file is stored. No need to scan through everything. And when you delete the file system removes it from the memory blocks, frees up that space for new data, and updates the metadata accordingly. Pretty neat, right? The file system is basically your behind the scenes organizer, keeping track of everything so that you don't have to. I hope this video was informative and thank you for watching.